everybody? Welcome to the Damn Dude Podcast.
Damn, dude.
And today, no, what's up, everybody? How's it going? I feel like I've been away for a long time. I really haven't. I just happened to actually relax for once and actually take the day off, not just physically, but mentally too. And that was fucking feels good. I'm learning how to relax and shit because I realize I don't know how to do that very well. So this is I'm practicing, so dude, we got some crazy shit. This is damn, this is a pretty crazy episode. So to start off, I want to say what I've been kind of okay, so if you know me personally and we're friends on Instagram or whatever, you might have heard me talking about it seems like there's a bit of an awakening going on throughout just throughout the people, throughout the community, throughout our country, throughout, well, I guess United States. And it just seems like there's a huge awakening going on, and other countries too. But what do I even mean by that? I'm not saying, oh, there's an awakening, no, freak out, no. I mean, or not in some super crazy sort of way, it's just what I mean by that is people are kind of waking up to, how do I want to say this? People are waking up it's people are waking up to themselves. People are starting to meet themselves, and I said this in a previous episode before, in order to meet yourself, you have to meet your dark, you got to meet your demons. In order to really know yourself. So, with that being said, it's well, right now, as of February 2021, February 2021, people are facing their fucking demons, dude. They're facing their darkness and they're being presented with it, and it's at the forefront of things. And a lot of people who use distractions to stay happy, what happens when those are taken away, you're kind of forced to just look at yourself, look at how you really operate. Or if you're going to resist it, then you're just going to kind of go through the motions and have a bad time, and it's look at it, a lot of people are having a bad time right now. There's also a lot of people having a great time. And it seems that the people who are really going through it are really going through it. So I said, I feel this is the time where we're all waking up, and I guess in a spiritual way, I see it we're all, I don't know, I don't know where I was going with that, but I don't know, in a spiritual sense, it kind of just registers to me as people who can't handle it, and people who it's too much for, a lot, those sorts of people, a lot of people are passing on. And it's really crazy. When people die, a lot of times it destroys us. We don't know how to act. We don't know how to feel. We don't know how to judge it or assess it or where to put it or how, what I mean? How to handle it or navigate it or how to feel. 'Cause a lot of us aren't really taught any emotional intelligence ever, So it's kind of up to us as we grow up and become adults to really just kind of figure the fuck out, yeah, dude. So it's pretty trippy. So that kind of leads me to the next thing. And this really trips me the fuck out, honestly. Dude, so my fucking dog got attacked. We got a little beagle, and her name is Ziggy. Shout out to you, Ziggy. And so she got attacked at the dog park the other day by a freaking pitbull. And I wasn't there, but it was my ex and the kids and the dog, and they're at the dog park, and our dog is so friendly. She's so sweet and so nice and so loving and so compassionate. She's not, if anything, she's mainly she's annoying to people because she's trying to be so loving. She just wants to give you so much love and attention, and people are okay, it's too much. People who aren't dog people. I'm not a dog person, and it occurs to me that way too. I'm okay, chill, dude. And for me, like, I think I said this in an episode before too. Like, one of my biggest fears is like dogs. So having a dog is a trip. So for me, it's like there's, have you seen those people who play with dogs where it's like they'll like put their hand in the dog's mouth and that type of stuff? Like, I can't do that. Like, or not that I can't, I don't do that. Um, it's just like scary and weird to me, and I'm not gonna fuck with it. It's not worth the risk to reward thing for it is not me. Like, I'll play with you with your toy, shit like that, but I'm not about to like put my hand in your mouth like that sort of shit. So, it's really interesting. So my dog got attacked. Poor little Ziggy, freaking, I guess got so okay, so here's the story. So like I gathered this whoa. So I guess they were there. They were at the dog park, and I want to be careful how I say it. Okay, so yeah, so they're at the park, and then I guess my ex was holding the baby, and then my oldest son Nate noticed that that our dog was getting bit, and this pit bull had our beagle. It was a pretty big size difference, kind of, and had our beagle by the neck and freaking bit our dog in the back of the neck and was like locked onto it. Nate came over and like shouted at the pit bull and like pulled our dog away, and it was just crazy. So then what happens is like, so I guess from there, like a bunch of people are just kind of like in shock and nobody's really like saying or doing anything. So then Jen, my ex, baby's mom, she comes and is like, what the, is like, what the fuck? Like, your dog's like by my, like, dude, you didn't, and this is the other part, is like the guy didn't even like do anything when that was happening. So I guess he had his whole family there, and they just came and they all started talking shit. And they were saying, oh, your dog like scratched my dog, so that's why it attacked, and like saying all this shit like that. And we're like, what the fuck, dude? Like so they literally, everybody stopped, grabbed the pit bull and like looked at it, and there's no scratches on it anywhere. And so these people are just kind of like full of shit, and kind of just like just seeing shit from some twisted way, or trying to justify or make it right or something. And so they're walking out. So they're like, all right, we got to go because it's just getting worse. So they're leaving, and then the people came, and like I said, they had their whole family, and so there's a bunch of family members, and they come and they're like talking shit to my family in the parking lot. And then other people came and like backed up my family, and there was a lady who was a vet, and she came and helped check out the dog and like, inspect. And Ziggy was okay, fortunately. Like, she's okay. It just, what I'm saying? It's like, fuck, she was like bleeding and shit out of her neck, like, and the pit bull like locked her down on the floor. So that's pretty crazy, man. I'm like, fuck, dude, like, my dog is so nice, dude. And she plays with other dogs like really well. Like I said, she's just like wants to play so much, But yeah, I was like, what the fuck? This is crazy, dude. So it's interesting because I look at this and I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, to me, the first thing that fires off and triggers is like, I want to go fuck this motherfucker up, That's the very first thing that like comes to mind, and the very first feeling that occurs to me. And I'm like, okay, hold on. Like, let's slow down. Like, I've learned a lot, and for me, emotional intelligence is the number one thing. I don't think there's anything like more important than emotional intelligence in this period of life. That's the one thing that we like is not common enough, and is almost like it's not real, or like, yeah, okay, you're good for you, or like it's kind of meant like that. I feel like, excuse me. So I'm like, okay, how can I apply emotional intelligence to the situation? Excuse me. Pardon. So I'm like, okay, how can I apply like emotional intelligence to this whole situation to where I'm not gonna go freak out. I don't want to go hurt somebody, but at the same time, I really want to, because it's like, fuck this guy, and fuck like, that's obvious, it's so easy for that to trigger, and I'm just like, fuck, dude, like, it makes me feel like fucking, like, it just makes me want to go back, and like just be irresponsible and do shit I wouldn't normally do. And that's the part that sucks because it's so hard to fight that. You know what? Let me rephrase that. It used to be so hard to fight that. And like having my dog get attacked and like, gosh, dude, like that's crazy to me. I can't even, like, if I was there, I don't know if I would have like held it together or like how I would have handled it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm thinking because in the moment, just hearing it through text message, or I was just like, what? Because they can only like message me after the fact. So I get the message and I'm like, immediately I'm just fucking. So that's how I'm just like, oh fucking like, no, fuck this fool, da da da. So I'm thinking like, I don't want to put this. So like, I'm gonna kind of work backwards a little bit again. So I'm thinking how the old me would have handled this. So and that's kind of a good thing that is like good about referring to the past. That's one of the few times that like referring to your past is good and can be healthy is when is like, I think anyway, for myself, is like, dude, like, how would I have handled this before? And I feel like when you can even like discern that, that that's even a real thing, then like, or if you can like remember that, then we're able to create a new situation out of it. Because it's like, otherwise, like they say, it's like the definition of crazy is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different outcome. And that would basically be doing that if, every time I get mad, I just act the fucking same. Like, that doesn't even make sense. So it's like, I just think back and, oh man, it just reminds me of that Lil Jon song. The East Side Boys, I think, say it specifically, which is like, the street is calling me. If you know what I'm talking about, that's funny. If you don't, then whatever. Anyway, so I'm thinking, I'm like, damn, old me. All right, I would not. I'm thinking back, dude, because like for me, when it comes to like doing shit, I'm usually like, I think it out pretty well. I'm not really like a big just react. Like, I mean, I am in the right situations. I feel like I've been able to craft and shape like how I feel, into like positive ways. Like if I see somebody choking or in hurting or whatever, like I'm certainly gonna jump up and run to go help like first. You know what I'm saying? Like if I see some things like that, like I'll certainly jump and go. So at the same time, it's like if somebody's gonna hurt my people or hurt somebody innocent, like I'm also gonna jump and go. And so I'm just like, all right, old me would have went back and went to this park for a week, 2 weeks, a month, whatever, and just went every day and just studied these people, maybe follow them back to the pad just to find out where they live and just be like super sneaky and incognito and just fucking kind of take notes. And then I don't know what I would do. Honestly, like it's hard to think back from the point of view that I have now to what old out of control me would have reacted. But I would have used all that information to do something dirty or like seek to get revenge. I used to think revenge was so cool and I thought it was a good thing. And I've learned now, like, revenge is not a good thing. It's really just an egotistical, like, it's just your ego, like when that happens. So old me would have just studied these people and then like done something to where I could cause harm to them or disturbance in their life and not get in trouble or not get caught or some shit like that, like kind of how I learned if you're going to really do some shit is like move in silence, calculate, be smart, and act. And it's like that was like the gang culture and growing up like that. But at the same time, that also applies to business and creations and ideas and shows and, like whatever you're trying to create. So that's kind of where I'm thinking like, all right, like that's what old me would have done. go back, beat these people ass, go back, find out how many times or how often they go there, come back with the homies, some shit like that. And that's where I'm like, okay, how can I funnel this into creativity and love and compassion? And like, if I really do believe in, like, I do have love for all beings on this planet, no matter what you've done or whatever. I have love for you as a just another being on this planet. You know what I mean? Like, whether a plant is poisonous or not, I don't hate it because it's poisonous. Same thing with people. Like, I don't hate them just because they're poisonous, because they're toxic, because they're dangerous. Like, that doesn't make me hate anybody. It just more makes me think, like, damn, like, I don't feel bad for you, but I feel love for you. Like, how can you better yourself, dude? Like, fuck, like, truly. So, and I think that that's really the right way to go and the right way to handle things, especially, I guess, this day and age. Because a lot of people are getting angry and this and that, and it's like, nah, it's okay to be angry. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to feel sad. And it's not okay to be a fucking jackass or a dipshit just because you feel that way.
Damn, dude.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you feel bad doesn't give you an excuse to go act like a fucking idiot. Just because you're mad, it doesn't give you an excuse to go act like a fucking idiot. It just doesn't. You know what I mean? Like, nah, that's a bullshit excuse. That means you're weak. Like, that means you're small. That means your ego's huge and your self is small. And and it's like, I've certainly been there. So I'm looking at all of this as like, how can I funnel all of this into creativity? You know what I mean? And it's interesting because it's like, at the same time, I'm like, so I was talking about how I got robbed and my bank account got hacked a while ago. I still haven't recovered the money from that. And I mean, by the time you guys hear this, they're going to be spaced out quite a bit. So you're like, what the fuck? You still didn't get your money? By the time you hear this, I probably will have gotten my money. But as of recording Timeless Classics, I do not have my money back yet. So I've got $2 to my name. Straight up. Like, I mean, I got some change in my bag, but I used most of my quarters the other day for some snacks. And I put my last $10 into my gas tank. And so with that going on, and then hearing about my dog, and then going through all the shit, and then just finances, and then fucking bill collectors calling me, and my main bank account going negative, and then my other account just getting completely robbed, and credit cards being maxed, I'm just like, I have less than $2 right now.
Damn, dude.
Like, real shit. I'm keeping it real with you guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, this is just kind of absurd. So it's interesting because I'm like, how can I funnel all of this into creativity and love and fun and passion and compassion? And, how do I funnel this rather than just being mad or wanting to go hurt somebody or go take it out on somebody else? You know what I mean? Like, I don't, like, when it comes to like people fucking with the people I love, I take it so fucking serious. Like, if you fuck with the people I love, I won't. That's the one thing. Like, and I've looked at this from a completely egotistical way and a completely non-egotistical way. And at the end of it, I'm right in the middle. It's like, if I see right, if I see wrong, I'm gonna act according to that. If you wrong, but especially if you wrong my people like that, like, that's not okay. Like, you always stand up for your people. You always have your people's back, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how down are you? How loyal are you? Like we've talked about before. Like, how many people are gonna stay fucking with you when you fucking suck and everything is down and you're at your worst, you're at your lowest? Like, who's really gonna still love you through it all? And sometimes we don't receive the love the way that we want it or would prefer it, but at the same time, like, it's still coming, you know? Excuse me. So, like, it's a trip, dude, because I'm looking at this also as um, okay, so I've got all this shit going on. How do I funnel this into love and blessings and good energy? Because I have all this energy about how I feel about all this. Now, how am I going to direct it? Where am I going to put it? How am I going to use it to either work for me or against me? Because that's my choice that I have, right? Like, that's the only thing is like, okay, situation occurs. I could either have it work for me or against me. Boom. That's about it. And I feel like I've gotten that by simplifying about how I feel and how I think and everything in my life. Like, so normally what I would do is like, how do I want to put this? I want to say this first. Excuse me. If there was like ever a time for me to just like, okay, so this is for me typically. My like typical old ways of doing shit and lame ways of thinking and being would be like right now, if there's ever a time for me to quit this podcast, if there's ever a time for me to just stop doing this, if there's ever a time for me to be like, this is just not fucking worth it, it would be right now. Like on some real ass shit, like it would be right now. Like, why would I keep investing into this? I'm not getting paid. I'm negative. And on some real 100 fucking percent type shit, for the first time I had to borrow a couple bucks from my mom to keep the podcast host site up because it got canceled on me for 2 days, 3 days. So that's why there was a little break where you didn't see any fucking promos from me because I couldn't cut any things from the site because my shit got canceled. So I had her help me out. I mean, granted, it's only a couple bucks, you know, I mean, like 20, 30 bucks, and I'm gonna pay her back, of course, but it's just so humiliating to just like, you know, have to go ask for that help. So it's like, if there was ever a time for me to quit, it would be now. Like, why do I need to do this? You know what I mean? Like, nobody's paying me. Hardly anybody, like, not hardly anybody listens, but not that many people have heard this show at this point. There's no monetary value in it for me at all. I mean, unless somebody wants to donate to my PayPal or Patreon or whatever that, you know, I don't even know how to use that shit really, but you know, if somebody donates to that, then okay, cool, then that would help. But I have invested way more into this than it's paid out. And I'm cool with that because I'm in this for 10 years at least. That's my minimum to like just stay doing this. I want to become a master. And then if I'm a master, then I'll be like, yeah, I don't like this anymore. That's fine. You know, it's like, if you find something you love, then like become a master at it, because part of the process of learning it is that like, it's going to suck. You know what I mean? Like, in order to get good, you have to suck. It's just part of the fucking deal, you know? So it's really interesting because I'm looking at this whole thing like, fuck, I have all these issues going on and all these situations and circumstances and how things should be and how I, you know, shit like that. And what I've been doing is interesting because I'm supposed to be at a really low point, and I've been really fucking happy. I've been feeling really good. I've been getting hooked up with a lot of cool shit. You know what I mean? Like, I ended up getting a free room at a place just because it was like, I got hooked up. Like, dude, this is incredible. I got to try all sorts of new shit and do new things. And it's just been like through blessings. And it's not even, you know what I mean? I'm just like, how? Like, I got nothing. And at the same time, I'm like, I do have good intentions. I am here to help people. I am here to help myself. I am here to bring value to this world and to myself. So if I can let go, if I can create space in my room and in my vision and my thinking, if I can create the space to receive blessings rather than having that same space be occupied by, I don't have enough. I don't have enough. How am I going to make it? What the fuck? This, that. Rather, I'm just like, no. Where's the blessings in all of this? This is just circumstances. Circumstances are going to happen no matter what, no matter when. You can't do anything about circumstances just occurring. You know what I mean? That's just life. Truly. You know what I mean? So it's like, if as long as we're able to like let go of all these circumstances, and receive blessings, that's crazy, dude. Like, truly, like, whatever we put into our mind is what's going to occupy our space, and what occupies our mind and our space is what our reality is. Because where you're at is where your space is, and where your space is where you're at. So that is your reality. And if your mind is occupied with, I can't, not enough, what am I going to do? Oh my God, that doesn't focus on what you can do. You know what I'm saying? We literally have the choice and the power to, like, okay, what can I do? Or, oh my God, like, and just not even consider it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's crazy, dude. Like, fuck, man. So we're going to take a quick break real quick. I'm going to smoke a bowl. Today's episode is brought to you by Chimperidge Farms. This weed is courtesy of Chimperidge Farms. So appreciate that. And we're going to take a quick break here. We'll be right back.
Damn, dude.
Next to cow! Next to cow! Next to cow! Get him, Kurt!
Welcome back, everybody. Naksu cow.
Damn, dude.
Make sure you guys go follow us at Damn Dude Podcast on Instagram and Facebook. We're most active on Instagram, but actually I suppose all of our stuff gets posted to Facebook anyway, so yeah. You know what I mean? Anyway, so we back. What we're talking about is I kind of want to pick up where I left off, which was, oh, my head itches. That's not what I was saying. No, so like clearing the space to be able to receive the blessings, right? That's some good shit right there. Like, it's crazy because I think back and like I made a promise to myself at one point, and I kind of keep remaking this promise every time I like say this, which is, I made the promise to myself to only do what's in alignment with what I love. And to me, that's one of the most powerful things I can do, because that's what keeps me doing this right now. In the stages of making zero, in the stages of being negative, it's it's like, because I have passion for this and because I have love for this, it kind of doesn't matter. Like, yeah, it's nice if people listen and whatever and all of that, but at the same time, I'm not freaking out about it. I'm kind of just like, cool, I'm not really concerned about what other people think or say or whatever, Sometimes it triggers me or catches me or you can snag me, but like for the most part, I'm pretty open. And like I said, I made a promise to myself to just always do what's in alignment with what I love. And if it's not in alignment with what I love, then I don't do it. So like, what does that even mean? Like, I know if I would have just heard that before, I'd be like, this guy's just saying some shit. Like, no, but like, what does that actually mean? Like, to be in alignment with what I love, which would mean like, like, I'm only going to do activities that help lead towards what I love. So that way it's like anything that I do, it's never work or a job. I'm just headed towards what I love with this. You know what I mean? So times where I have to go and like do work for cash or money or whatever, like, it's usually stuff that I enjoy doing. Excuse me. So that's why it's kind of like, wow, this is interesting. I enjoy doing, if it's something like, I don't even care if it's like mowing yards or doing something that's like, you're not like, oh, you're too old to be doing this or shit like that. Like, that doesn't bother me, I'm not afraid. I'm not, for the most part, I'm not afraid of like looking and feeling embarrassed or looking stupid or whatever. Like, I'm usually pretty down to put myself out there and be weird or silly or, shit that could be potentially embarrassing or whatever. I kind of just like whatever. So it's like, I don't know, man. Like, living a life I love is so much more important to me than anything else. And I say that respectfully with my kids in mind too, because yes, I love my kids more than anything, of course. At the same time, I'm practicing loving myself more than anything also. You know what I mean? It's like, I think what's interesting is like, we can love anything more than anything multiple times. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, there was times where rainbow sherbet was my favorite ice cream, and I love that more than any other fucking ice cream. And then like later, I'm like, oh shit, like chocolate chip cookie dough is fucking fire. And then another time, I'm like, oh damn, just plain vanilla is the shit. This is it. And then another time, I'm like, yo, Rocky Road, this is the one. And then at some point, I was like, yo, these little moose tracks, hell yeah, homie. Like, oh shit, it just occurred to me. Moose tracks? Does that mean like moose shit? Whoa.
Damn, dude.
Yo, am I the only person that? No, that's on purpose. It is, yeah, because there's little fucking brown like peanut butter or like chocolate peanut butter things like that would essentially resemble shit in the snow. Oh my gosh.
Damn, dude.
Oh shit, that's crazy. Oh wow, I'm never gonna get back to what the fuck my whole point was. Oh, loving like like, oh, this is my favorite of all time. Loving different things. Excuse me. And it's not that like, and at the same time, it's not like our kids are just ice cream flavors. Like, I mean, we are in the grand scheme of the world, but like, out of everybody, we are just different kinds of ice cream scoops and different flavors. And where am I even going with this, dude? I just got all excited and fucking kind of blurted everything, a bunch of shit, and no, like I said, I always come back full circle. So to me, it's like living my life that I love is the best thing I can do for my kids. That's where I was going with all that. Is like, if I live my life in a way that I love, then that's the best that I can do for my kids. Like, really think about that. Like, that's crazy. Because, like, if I live a life that I love, would you think that that means I would be a happy or sad person? Does it sound like I would be fulfilled or like, oh man, like, what am I going to do? Like, I have no purpose. You know what I mean? Like, if I just choose to go after the life that I love, how can that really like go wrong? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's things that could be inconvenient in life. And at the same time, everybody has inconveniences in life. It doesn't matter what level you're on, shit fucking happens, you know? So it's like, if everything that I'm doing is in alignment with what I love, then all my situations and all my circumstances are good, because like, oh, well, this is just an alignment. This is just to help detour me back to the path that I'm supposed to be on. I'm not supposed to be going this way. You know what I mean? Like, oh, your car breaks down, this, that, whatever. Like, you know, your bank account gets hacked. Like, whatever. It's just, you know what I mean? It's just life kind of being like, yo, like, here's your, it's like, if you think about it at like a freeway with lanes on both sides, like, there's the walls on both ends, you know what I mean? Well, I guess at least out here in California, but like, you know what I mean? And that's kind of, or like, I don't know, I guess let me say this. I kind of, that was like something I really understand. I realize a lot of people don't get, but like, well, see, I'm saying a bunch of shit right now. Let's just edit, unlisten to what I just, the last couple sentences. Unlearn it. How's that? And then let's relearn what I'm really trying to say. Fuck, dude, I just lost myself on that. See, this is part of like doing what I love and being a good example. Like, that is being a good example. It's like, it doesn't matter if you fuck up, just keep going. That was one of my favorite things about Eazy-E. Like, damn, let's just trailed off really weird, but like, one of my favorite things about Eazy-E is like, if you listen to his old tracks where he's like in the studio or he's recording with his artists, And his philosophy was like, you just keep going. Like, if you fuck up, you just keep going. There's a part, I forget exactly which song it was, but the dude's rapping. He's like, da 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 da. He's like, oh shit, I fucked up, cuz. And then you hear Easy go. He's like, nah, keep going, keep going, keep going. And then he just picks it back up, and um, it might have been Dresta rapping at that point. Yeah, I think it was Dresta. I don't think it was BG, but or BG Knockout specifically, but like, um, yeah. Oh yeah, but my whole point was like, Easy's just like, nah, keep going, keep going, keep going, and that's kind of my idea with this show. Is like, yeah, fuck it, just keep going, keep going, keep going. Why not? Um, so I figure if I just take the chance and like, oh, this is what I was saying. I was like, if yeah, dude just kind of cut out real quick. That was weird. Okay, sorry. No, the fuck. There's all sorts of strange shit going on. Um, so the fuck was that? There's all sorts of weird shit going on right now. So what I was saying, long way to the fucking point, is that truly I've really analyzed this from a lot of angles for myself in my life, and I guess just as like an ultimate principle, it's like if you like it, try it on, or no, try it on. If you like it, wear it. If you don't like it, take it back off. But this is my philosophy about it, is like, and I don't see how there's any holes in this theory really. You know what I mean? Like I've heard a lot of really smart people kind of have similar theories too, and I'm like, yo, like you're really doing what you love and everything, and you're just appreciative of everything. If we start our day appreciative, and that in turn leads to us loving everything that we're doing. So it's like, why not take a chance on yourself? You know what I mean? Like, why not just do what could potentially be the dopest thing ever? Oh, you know what I mean? Like, why not? Why the fuck not, dude? Shit's gonna be scary or whatever, anyways. Take a chance on yourself. And what I'm saying, I think a lot of when I feel like what I feel like people would think when I'm saying this is, oh, go work for yourself, go be an entrepreneur. Like, that's not what I'm saying. Like, if that makes you happy, then yeah, go do that. If having security and a schedule and all that makes you happy, go do that. Ultimately, my point is to just come from a place of appreciation. You know what I mean? Like, appreciate that you can have a job that's structured if you do like 9 to 5 type of work. You know what I mean? Like, just appreciate it. Make it the best that you can. Love it. Love the hell out of it. And the way I see it for myself is that, like, yo, I'm going to take this chance on myself. And let's say entrepreneurship. I'm going to try. You know what I mean? I'm not that good, but like, I'm going to try, and I'm getting better, and I'm learning every day. And the way I see it is like, I can take these chances on myself. I'm safe to. And if I take a chance on myself, that gives me the freedom to like just divert my direction at any chance that I want to. You know what I mean? Like I could just pick anything at a different time. And I'm like, let's say I fucking I try this whole working for myself and this and that and like living a life I love. Let's say I try it for 40 years, 50 years. And then I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm just not making enough money. I can go get a job. You know what I mean? Like, that's for me personally. Like, I could just go get a job. Like, you know? How many people just work regular jobs? Like, that's totally fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Like, we need those people. We need you guys. Like, I've worked at just like, regular jobs, retail stores, what restaurant, or I haven't worked at a restaurant, but like, shit like that. Like, wherever, sales, this, that. As long as we love what we do and as long as it's in alignment with what we love, then I think you're doing the right thing. You know what I mean? Wow, and this just hit me right now. Like, looking back, I see that a lot of the stuff I was doing it really was in alignment with what I loved. And I look at the reasons like why I worked at stores when I worked at places, and it was because it was in alignment with something that I loved. Like, I look at my first job, like, I started working when I was 15 at an aqua massage thing. I was working under the table, and like, because I wasn't even old enough to work. I might have even been 14. I think I was 15. But I was working there, and it was like I had wanted a job for so long. Like I had been hustling around the neighborhood, fixing bikes, painting fences, mowing lawns, washing cars, shit like that. And at the same time, I was like, oh, I cannot wait till I'm old enough to have a job. So finally, like my friend's uncle had the position. I'm like, all right, cool, like fuck yeah. So I did that for a while, and I was making loot, and I was just enjoying it. This is living the dream, for me. Because I didn't have to sit there and do like problems like it was at school. I'm like, yo, I'm sitting here at school doing nothing this whole time. And like it's like, I'm talking to people and just kind of socializing, and it's cool. And then I go to work and it's the same thing. It's either like I'm just like doing nothing or like I'm just kind of chilling, talking to people, like so I was like, hold on. I like this time could be getting paid? What the like why am I anywhere else? You know what I mean? Like, dude, when I was younger, I had some funny ass dreams, dude. Like my dream was to be able to buy my own like stick of cookie dough, like or the log of it, where you just cut it and then make them yourself, or you bake them. The dough's like pre-made, but you can eat it. Well, yeah, I mean you're not supposed to eat it raw, but back then I didn't give a fuck, and it was the '90s, so no, this wasn't. Was it '90s? No, this was just the thousands. But I'm a product of the '90s. Oh, '80s, '90s. I grew up in the '90s, so it was like you just eat raw shit, you eat cookie dough, it's fine, whatever. Like Sam and his Nilla didn't show up back then. The salamander vanilla disease. So that was my biggest dream, was to be able to buy a fucking big thing of cookie dough. And I did that shit. That was when as soon as I got paid, that was the first thing I went and bought. I also bought a gang of Jack in the Box tacos. And then the other thing though was I wanted that I dreamed of since I was a little kid. Because the cookie dough thing was something my parents wouldn't buy me like my own. You know what I mean? Like, who's gonna buy their kid though? That's crazy. That's huge. It's supposed to be like for a family and last a while. So I was like, no, I want to get it. I'm gonna eat the whole thing in one sitting. And I remember I was sitting there watching TV and I just peeled it kind of like a banana and I was like, just chewing on it. And so then the other thing I wanted was a fucking, like those big ass salamis. For a while, that was like the bomb thing. I guess nowadays with the charcuterie boards, like people are kind of all about it again. But back then it was just like, it was like a super baller thing. Like if somebody gave you a gift basket and it had like the big salami thing and the bomb crackers and all this shit, like it was just like, whoa, this person went above and beyond. So it's funny. So that was the other thing I wanted. So I bought that. I ate the whole thing. Actually, I think that one take me like 2 or 3 days to eat because that's different. But I remember after I ate that cookie, that was fucked up. Dude, the next day, that was the first time I really ever had like a stomach ache from eating too much shit as a kid, Like when I was young, it was just like, oh my god. Like the next day, I was just hurting so bad. I needed to drink so much water. And then I look at the other jobs that I had, and it was like, then I started working at Sears, and I was working there because I was willing to work 20, like around the clock and not sleep in order to buy my first quad. It was a dream. I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy that fucking YFZ 450. I got my '05 back in '04. And '04 was the first year that came out. So I was like, dude, this thing, oh, it's so fucking cool. That was what I broke my skull, neck, and back on. So that was why I got that job. And I was making fucking loot. I kind of like selling too. I was working sales. I was making commission and all that. So it was pretty dope. And then the next thing I was selling fucking motorcycles. And I fucking love motorcycles. So that was fucking great. And then I was going to school to be a firefighter. And my dream was to be a firefighter when I was a kid. So all these things are still in alignment with what I love to do. And then next thing, I start working at Staples, and all my friends are working there. It was crazy. It was just like a fucking party. Like that store doesn't even exist anymore. Actually, Staples in La Jolla. It was in La Jolla Village Square. For those of you who remember, it was like the one story on one side, and then it was the second story on the other side. above, I think it was Marshall's, yeah. And oh, next to Schlotsky's, dude. Schlotsky's used to have the best fucking personal pizzas. Oh my gosh. Uh, well, not the best, but that shit was fucking bomb, dude. I don't even know. I don't think that place is still there, actually. Uh, I don't know, but yeah. So it was like all my homies were working there, and this was after I broke my neck, and I was just like I felt so restricted. I was feeling like such a loser because I just needed to do something. Like I had healed up, and I'm just like being a loser. Like, I mean, granted, what I was going through with all my friends getting murdered, and my relationship issues and all that shit. Like, yeah, I had the right to be pretty fucked up, but like, it got to a point where it's like, okay, dude, like like I had people like my good friends were talking, and my it was crazy because yeah, my ex and my old friend, and they kind of didn't get along back in the day, but my friend Binjo, she was just talking to me, and like I thank you so much for this, Binjo. Like she told me like Calvin, like you have so much potential. You need to just get up off your ass and fucking do something. And said it like that, and I was like, oh shit. And like, she's so sweet all the time and so nice. And I'm just like, fuck, dude. Like, oh my God. Like, wow, that's coming from like one of the people who keeps it realist with me and is like, really like not gonna say anything mean. You know what I mean? And like, not gonna say anything to hurt my feelings or anything. Just to be real with me. And it's like, fuck, that was such a turning point in my life. And I'm like, wow. So, Binjai, thank you for that. That was fucking cool, man. Like, I'm so appreciative for that. That really was the first thing that woke me up. And thank you for the job there because that really helped me, like, reacclimate to the world again. I just felt so broken and lost and, like, damaged and why me and all this other shit, and, like, getting that job and working with so many friends. It was just the coolest shit ever. Like, oh, everybody at the store was so cool, man. Like everybody, dude. Um, yeah, everybody from Staples. That you guys are fucking sick, dude. Like you guys hold a very special place in my heart. Um, so I was like, I was working with friends. I was making money again. I was just like, my disability and my unemployment ran out, so I got that job, and I was just like, yo, this is fucking sick, dude. Um, and that was one of the longest jobs I had actually. And then after that was when I started working for myself, teaching babies how to save themselves in the water. So I'm looking back and like when I finally took that leap to work for myself, I just had to like accept for one, I was having nervous breakdowns and freaking the fuck out and having panic attacks at work. So that's not gonna work out. I'll just break out sweating and shaking. And the walls would close in on me. I'll just be freaking the fuck out. And so that was no bueno, and like from that point I'm just like, I gotta hustle, I gotta hustle. And then I would go through different phases of like being lazy as fuck and then just grinding and then being lazy as fuck. And I realized I'm like, damn, I have a balance in my life, but it's very huge. Like, it's huge one way and it's huge the other way. Like, when I'm really grinding and I'm really fucking making money, I'm making a lot of money and really fast. A lot of money for me anyway, like coming from not really ever having money. And so I'm like, whoa, like I'm making more money than I even imagined I could, And then at the same time, look at me right now, I got nothing. I'm sorry, I have $2. And like that, like a fraction, like the little bottom, like just barely the bottom of a Crown Royal bag covered with some change. And with most of the quarters picked out. And I'm in debt to my mom, what? $29 or $32 or something like that. Like, fuck. Oh, and I got bills to pay. I'm in bad shape right now. And you know what? At the same time, it's all good. Like, there's work I can do, and there's money to be made, and it's all good, man. I got shelter, food, and a place to sleep, and water to drink. Like, I'm fucking cool, dude. And I got weed to smoke. Like, that's even a fucking way cooler bonus. And it's like, I'm fucking grinding, man. So, man, this is crazy to me, dude. Like, I realized that, like, so once I started grinding like that, like, I learned that I didn't even know how to relax anymore. And I've been really realizing this lately. Like, fuck, I literally don't even know how to relax. Like, this is so fucking weird. like, how do I don't even know how to just chill, you know? And it's a trip, dude. So, you know what? On that note, I'm learning how to chill. I'm gonna sip my pink coconut water and we're gonna take a break real quick. We'll be right back here. And today's smoke out is brought to you by Chimbridge Farms. What is Gucci Fedelucci? Welcome back, and hope you guys had a pleasant break. Oh, yes. um, oh, man. So, where we left off is like, fuck, I gotta live a life I love for my kids, because that's what's gonna fucking, like, really do it for me and for them. It's like, because I love them so naturally, that is just all in alignment with itself. So that's kind of wraps up my whole point with that. And, well, I didn't even mean to say wraps up my whole point. That was weird. Why did I say that? That's not even something I say. What the hell? Why did I say that? That was weird. Alright, so let's get back on track like a railroad track with a sugar smack and a pumpkin patch and a chocolate patch and a heating pad for your dad with a bald head and a man named Fred who said Fred said his shirt was too sexy for his Lexi and dipped in his Lexus down to Texas in the cold and the snow. Oh, Texas people. I hope you guys are all right, man. Shout out to anybody in Texas. I got homies in Texas. I hope you guys are all... Whoa, what the fuck? That was loud as shit. Sorry about that. Spam risk. I don't want to risk my spam, dude. Like, what if I answer this shit and then all my spam Masubis are, like, fucked up from here on out? I would be so fucking pissed. Nah, man. No way, USA. Oh, that was good if you got it. And you caught the Noxu cow earlier. Oh, okay. If you're with me, you're with me. If you're not, then I don't know where you're at. But so, like I said, also it's like what I thought, what I was wrapping up, and what I meant to say was kind of like tying together was, like not knowing how to relax. You know, like learning how to. Like, I kind of would, like, I would stay uncomfortable without knowing it to keep myself motivated. Like, I would sit in the chair in an uncomfortable position. Or I would sit in, like on the most uncomfortable chair or whatever. And, like, sometimes it's helpful for when I do my work because it kind of keeps me, like, just shit focused. You know, if you're too comfy, then you're just, like, too cozy, you know? And, you know, so it's a trip, like, like... I'm like now learning to relax. And that's important because that also ties into like, yeah, it's cool to grind, it's cool to work your ass off. And at the same time, you gotta learn to relax equally. Like as much as you can fucking like literally just relax and fucking chill, the better off you are, you know? Cause how many of us don't know how to do that? And I think that's all in alignment with like self-love. So I'm showing myself it's okay to like love myself enough to care for myself and take this time to chill and do nothing. It's fine. And then work equal as much as I'm chilling, work equally as hard when I'm working. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to do both just as equally. And when we do that, it eliminates the whole work-life balance thing. You don't even need to like think about that or participate that anymore. Because did I say participate? I hope I said participate. Like you don't even need to participate in that belief anymore. Work-life balance. Oh, I need to work this much. I need to live this much, be with my family this much, have fun time this much. Like I feel like once everything's in alignment with what we love, then we don't even really have to compartmentalize those into different categories. It's just like, oh, I'm doing this because I'm doing this for the love of blank. I'm doing this for the love of blank, whatever your blank is, you know. Like I said, like using my own examples earlier, it was like, I'm doing this for the love of buying my dream bike. I'm doing this for the love of, you know, being with my friends. I'm doing this for the love of connection. I'm doing this for the love of, you know, whatever the case may be. I'm doing this because I fucking want to, you know. So yeah, man. So it's like I'm realizing that relaxing, eat like you know how it's like party hard, like work hard, party hard, like party hard, party hard, party hard, party hard. For those of you who know who that is, Andrew WK. What up, man? Um, uh, like we gotta learn to chill just as hard as we party and work. And at the same time, if you're on the opposite end of the scale, you gotta fucking go work as hard as you were just partying and chilling. You know what I'm saying? Now we're all at different stages and shit, so that's why I break that up like that. Cause like, yo, it really does matter, you know? Cause I realize if I just leave that one way, then it doesn't speak to somebody. My whole goal is like connection and for us to really just realize like, yo, we're all pretty much the fucking same, going through the same shit, just at different stages, you know? We all have to travel the same direction to get somewhere, essentially. You know, it's like you can't get to from fucking San Diego to New York without going to New York. You know what I mean? So it's like if we consider fucking life and death, if we use that instead of saying San Diego, New York, like, all right, well, you know, are you gonna you can't fucking live unless you die, and you can't fucking really live unless you take chances that make you feel like you die because they participate. You got to participate in all of it because that's life, you know. We can't run or hide from life or death. And that's the thing is like I think we try and control it to a degree, so we end up like unhappy or trying to force things. And the universe and life doesn't work on a forceful level. It works on a very swift and big and broad and general sort of scale that like I think to pick one cause that's and to be like mad and like I don't know, to have one cause that's doesn't really have anything to do with anything. Like it's just like I don't know, like what's the point, you know? Are you happy? Do you love it? Or are you just mad? Are you passionate? And like I think this is why emotional intelligence and going inward and learning how to relax or learning how to work hard, depending what end of the spectrum you're on here, we gotta learn to do all that because it will all funnel into each other and create its own ecosystem of happiness. Damn, that was fucking sick. You know what I'm saying? Like, truly, if we can combine all of those things to where it's no different, we just have a good cycle. We all are on some sort of cycle. A lot of us are stuck in the vicious cycle. You know, a lot of us are absolutely stuck in the vicious cycle of life. At the same time, like, how many of us are in control of our, and that, see, and then how many of us try to control our cycle of life? That's going to lead to unhappiness also, because you can't control a life cycle. You know what I mean? So that's why people who try and force things and are controlling and this and that are often unhappy or mad or like shit like that, is because you can't control this. At the same time, on the opposite end of that, there's people who just like accept it. Oh, whatever, I accept this, I accept that. It's weird because I've been on both ends of the scale when it comes to this. And like, it's easy for me to just jump into one or the other, actually. So like, I don't know, man. I just really think that when everything is in alignment with what we love to do, we're capable of just living a fucking sick ass life that we love and that is enjoyable and hopefully helps somebody in this world. You know? Like, try everything, dude. Like, you don't have to. Who cares if one minute you're this and then you're that? Like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, we don't have to worry about what people think. We just have to, we don't have to worry about anything. You just enjoy shit, appreciate shit. Appreciate that somebody's willing to even take the time to think of you or talk shit about you. You know what I mean? Like, appreciate the fact that somebody's willing to think about you enough to come up with these ideas about you. They're willing to spend their time thinking about you. That means they just invested into you. I like investments. You know what I'm saying? I like investments as much as I like fucking people with bad breath having breast mints. Did I just say breast mints? Breath mints. I fucked that one up. You get what I'm saying, though. But really, though, like, that, if somebody's gonna take the time to talk shit, that is a form of an investment. You know, that's pretty trippy because they really are investing. So just appreciate if people hate, people talk, whatever. It's just a reflection of themselves and how they feel about themselves. They couldn't even think these things about you unless they thought it about themselves first. They wouldn't even be able to identify that as whatever they're identifying it as. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody's like, "Oh, you're fat and lazy," or somebody's like, "Oh, you're lazy," like were they previously fat? Are they scared of being fat? Would they feel so shameful that they couldn't even be happy if they became fat? You know what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with this? Like they wouldn't even call you that if they weren't scared about that themselves or had some negative connotation about it or some sort of fear about it or some sort of something about it behind it. You know what I mean? That means to like go back and catch that. Listen up. That's basically what that means. Like, damn, dude, like that's why this is the show that makes you think and say. You know what I mean? So, and that's also why these are the conversations that need to be had. Because nobody told me any of this stuff. I just like had to figure it out. And it's like all the shit that I've learned, I've pulled from a bunch of different mentors and books. You know, a book can be your mentor. Um, Shit like that, you know. And this is kind of interesting too. Like I look at it and I see, oh man, this fucking camera, dude. The way I look at this is like my homie Sebastian, who's fucking, you guys already know, is badass. Oh, I think he's after this episode. Anyway, like I look at him and I'm like, yo, like how many books he's read and the ones that he has read are fucking like the ones that I've read that he's given to me or recommended and I have that I've read so far. I'm just like mind blown, and he's done like triple the amount, and I'm like, well, probably even more than that. So I'm just like, I can't even imagine what the fuck this guy knows. So it's like, it's so cool to be able to like just start like appreciating that, like, whoa, this guy must know so much, you know, and we can kind of just keep like growing that. Um, yeah, dude, that's fucking crazy. All right, so we're gonna take a quick break right here. We're gonna be right back. 1 second here, guys. What up, guys? Sorry about that. If you're watching on camera, or if you're watching on camera, if you're if you're watching on video, if you're on YouTube or whatever, um, sorry for the fucking inconvenience here for you just watching the fucking title screen or whatever. Um, but the fact my memory cards are tweaking out, dude. They keep reading as full. I don't fucking know why. Like they normally can film the whole show. I don't think I've ever had to swap a memory card. Like, well, maybe once or twice. Yeah, that's fucking weird. So, um, anyways, we're kind of just wrapping this up anyway. So a couple things that I was just wanted to like close us off with. For one, if you've never had like Mongolian hot pot or hot pot, eaten hot pot, I highly, highly recommend it. Highly. Cause that's some bomb shits. So, also, if you're in Mira Mesa, watch out for your catalytic converter if you drive like a Toyota or a Honda, especially like a Prius or CRV or those sorts of vehicles, cause the catalytic converters are getting jacked and they're fucking expensive as hell, dude. So just be on the lookout. I've been seeing people jacking those left and right. Well, I haven't seen it, but I've been hearing about it. So yeah. um Also, oh man, dude, we've had some fucking incredible guests on this show. Like absolutely incredible. When I like go back and I watch these interviews and just when I like remember them, I'm like, damn, that was fucking sick. And then now that I actually get to like go back and see it, hear it, watch it, and just like, wow, man, these are amazing people, dude. Like, oh my gosh. So, it just know every guest is just fucking sick, dude. Like I said before, I know some really fucking cool people, and this is just gonna keep getting better and better, dude. Like it, you know what I mean? We have no choice. um, and I've decided and I've declared to myself, and I guess I'll just put this out there just to create it and like put the energy out there, is I want to say this to the camera too, but like it's all good. I'll say it anyway for now. As many times as I can say this is as many opportunities I get to create it for myself. So what I'm gonna say is I am out to be the top podcaster in the world, to have the top show in the world. Um, yeah, I just want to be the best, and on the way. So anybody who's above me, make a space for me. Let's fucking do this shit, man. Like anybody, if you believe in yourself to for any reason or to any degree, like I fuck with that, dude. Like do that shit. Um, so if there's any guests that you guys have heard that you are just like, holy shit, like who the fuck was that guy? Like, where did you find this person? Like, how do you know this guy? Like, if there's anyone that just blew your mind, their story, like these fucking stories, oh my goodness, dude, this is insane, dude. Just, oh my god. If this is where you're starting for some reason, or you haven't like gone through all of them yet, I promise you to go back, and the ones onward from now, go forwards. I'm telling you, it's off the charts, dude. Like these are fucking crazy conversations. Um, so if there's any of the guests that you want to see back, like DM us and our like follow us on Instagram and shoot us a DM. You're gonna get an answer and a response back through Instagram, quick list, and or if you leave a comment or question on iTunes. Sorry, not iTunes. What's it called technically? On Apple Podcasts. Um, so whoa. My I had my podcast episode playing in the back. Um, whatchamacallit, what was I saying? Oh yeah, if there's any guests that like you guys want to see and or you want to see back on the show or that you just want to see on the show at all, like holler at us, especially on Yo, what up guys? We are having crazy, oh shit, all kinds of crazy technical difficulties right now. That's holy shit, man. Like my recording thing keeps kind of, I think because I bent my little card reader to a new angle today and it's kind of like not set in correctly. But oh fuck, man, I just lost. I was talking for like a, a while. But what I was saying is like, if there's any guests that you wanted to see again, or that you want to see, or you think we'd have a fucking sick ass conversation, like holler at me, let me know. Also, shout out to all the listeners from all over the world, wherever you guys are from. Let me know where the best food to eat in your town is, like on some real local shit, like not on some Google Yelp type shit, like on some real local type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like really, like where's the bombest food in your town? So what I'm gonna do to close this show out is I'm gonna read off the list of where all the listeners are from, just to give you guys a shout out and give you guys some love, because I believe in putting on for your town, and whoever fucks with me, I fuck with you. And so that's what I want to create. You know what I'm saying? So let us know what the best fucking food in your town is, like the real shit. You know what I'm saying? So if you hear your city called on the list, if you don't hear your city called on the list, you'll hear it at another time, because you got to listen to this shit and it's got to show up. And that's how I know you listened. So, so number one, first and foremost, shout out Sandy motherfucking Ego. San Diego. I fucking love you, San Diego. You are home. I love you. The town of San Diego, the people, I fuck with you. I love you guys. I got San Diego tattooed on my hand. It kind of smeared, it like disappeared now, but got that shit back in the day. I let my little brother freestyle tag it on my hand, and and my mom tatted it. That shit was cool. So shout out San Diego. You know I fucking love you, man. Shout out to Atlanta, Georgia. What's good? What's happening in ATL? ATL, shout it. What's the fucking best food out there, man? Like I know Georgia peaches, but what's the real deal? You know what I mean? Yeah, so like I said, let us know what your bombest food is. Atlanta, Georgia, Centennial, Colorado, LA. Yo, that's a tough one, because I have my favorites from there already. So being that San Diego is the creators of carne asada fries and California burritos, and our tacos are better, and our burritos are better. I don't know what you guys got. Like, come on now. You guys got bomb food. I'm not putting that down. Oh, the new Asian places. You guys probably shit on San Diego with those bomb, like, places from Taiwan and shit. So shout out Clifton, New Jersey. Shout out to Compton, California. Compton in the house. Shout out to Columbus, Ohio. What's good, Columbus? I like people from Ohio. You guys are always fucking cool. Shout out to Clichy Isle de France. I hope I'm saying that right. What up, you guys? You guys have been fucking with us. I appreciate it. Shout out to Bolingbrook, Illinois. Shout out to Ho, Ohio. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Ho, Hugh, How. No, How, Ohio. Hough. Let me know how the fuck that's pronounced. Like, tell it to me like I'm a little kid. You don't gotta be condescending, but just, let me know how to phonetically spell it. Shout out to Brentwood, Tennessee. Shout out to Imperial, California. Shout out to Chula Vista, California. Orale. Shout out to Prescott Valley, Arizona. What's happening, my zonies? Shout out to Santa Paula, California, IA. Shout out to South End on Sea, LAND. Shout out to Eau Claire, Wisconsin. It's not Eau Claire or Eau Claire, it's Eau Claire. Shout out to Nuremberg, Bavaria. Shout out to San motherfucking Jose, California. Shout out to Athens, Georgia. What's happening? Shout out to Merritt Island, Florida. Shout out to Porter, Maine. What's up, you motherfuckers? Shout out to Crystal Bay, Nevada. Shout out to Lake Elsinore, California. Shout out to Menifee, California. I met some cool people out of Menifee. I fuck with you guys. Shout out to Carlsbad. Of course I fuck with you guys. Shout out to Naperville, Illinois. I fuck with all you guys. Everybody on this list, actually. Shout out to Naperville, Illinois. Shout out to Oslo. That's in Norway. Appreciate you guys. Shout out to Chicago, Illinois. Shout out Chi-Town, Chirac. What's happening? Stay safe. Shout out to Anaheim, California. Shout out to KC Mo. That's Kansas City, Missouri. You already know. Well, I would only know that because I listen to Tech 9. But shout out to Chattanooga, Tennessee. Shout out to Pasadena, California. Shout out to Memphis, Tennessee. Shout out to Cheektowaga, New York, NY. Shout out to Lorin, Lima Province. That's in Peru. Shout out. Shout out to Westerville, Ohio. Shout out to La Vista, Nebraska. Shout out to Moscow in Moscow. Shout out Russia. Shout out to Mountain Brook, Alabama. Give me that Alabama, not that Alabama. Shout out to Chino Hills. And I think I got a black beam. And Chino. Shout out to Chino. I love Chino's tight. I like people from Chino. What up, you guys? Covina, California. You guys are cool too. Iquitos, Laredo, Peru. Of course you guys are fucking sick. I fuck with you guys tough. It was actually just my year. It was just like a year the other day that I was there. Shout out to Kailua, Hawaii. Shout out to all of Hawaii. Fucking love you, Hawaii. Shout out to Bonaparte, California. Shout out Kirkwood, Missouri. Shout out to Grand Prairie, Texas. You guys stay safe in Texas, man. Like, stay warm. Fucking help who you can. Shout out to Jakarta. Where's Jakarta? I forget. Somebody tell me, please. Jakarta? I'm going to look that up next. Westlake, Stevens, Washington. La Presa, California. What? Velikai Luki Pskov Oblast. Veliki Luki Pskov Oblast. That sounds like Russia. I'm going to just take a wild guess. Shout out Flatbush, New York. What's happening? Shout out to Gravesend, New York. What's happening? Shout out Dallas, Texas. What up, Dallas? I've been there once to the airport. No, maybe a couple of times to the airport. Shout out San Francisco, California. What up, SF? Frisco, Sacktown. Oh, not Sacktown, but what up, Sacktown? You guys aren't on the list, but what the fuck? But I love you guys anyway. And shout out to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Appreciate you guys. Got Fam Bam out there. If that's you guys, Connie, Maya, anyway, whoever's listening, thank you guys. I appreciate it. And on that note, we're going to have Rooster Tail take us out. That's Rooster at TALE official on Instagram, as well as SoundCloud. You can find him there as well. So make sure you guys tap in, give him a follow, and all that good stuff. Rooster Tail, take us out, man.
I will buy you the
on the sun, touch your face, not the beach, not the you. And the last one to be us too. And it's been